I'll start with God's name, the most gracious, the most merciful. President Sway, I told you I saw you upstairs. My brother just absolutely loved you. I mean, and you and I, this is our first time, we met. Just thank you. And he talked about you. He loved you, your support. Milton, again, thank you. You gave Amir his opportunity. Thank you for hosting us. Mike, South Florida family contingent, all of you that have come and been here all day. Lee, thank you. The love, the care that you show my brother, show my family, show my sister. Thank you. Mel Clemens and his family, thank you guys. You guys embraced my brother, embraced my sister here. We love you guys. Terrell, Brandon, Joe, CY, Kaysen, Pryor, all of his players. Amir loved you guys. He'd be so proud of you. Terrell, Brandon, you can't even know it. I'm gonna say, really quick. I'm gonna get out because Ari should speak. Amir is the namesake of Prince George. Prince George was our paternal grandfather. So in Arabic, Amir means prince, right? And if you go to some regions of the world, some customs, right? If you go find the leader, right? You go find the person that is in charge of community, of bringing people together, taking care of people. Y'all don't stand, please. But I'm sorry. But if you find that person, right? That person is the Amir, right? You go somewhere and that's their custom. That person is known as the Amir. And as I, just sit and listen to the stories of his life, really, because what you saw is people from the time he was, really young and to now. He cultivated community. He took care of people. He cared about people. Coach Cream talked about his vision. The thing I'd add to that is a vision with the courage to include other people, right? A lot of times we want to do well and we have a vision for what we want to do, but we're scared to include other people because we think they might take it from us or they might take the shine. He had the courage to include other people. And everywhere he went, he touched people, loved people, and we'll miss the physical part of being with Amir. My plan this weekend was that I was supposed to spend a couple of days here, and then I was going to spend Saturday night, Sunday with him, and things change. But we're just so thankful and blessed that we had such a great Amir, and what he meant to us. Last I said this to the team earlier in the week. I said it this morning, and I just remind us of this because it's what's really important and what he would say. That you've heard it now that in any situation he was in, when he won games, won Coach of the Year, anything happened, to God be the glory. And I've said that if you hadn't heard me say this, and this is truly what we were taught, what our father taught us, what our mother taught us, what our imams taught us. That when we were saying that, what we were saying is that God is greater. So as much as we're hurting, as hard as this situation is, God is greater. And God had a plan. He has a plan for us. He has a plan for Amir. We'll miss the physical part of Amir, but in everything that you heard about my brother, the caring person he was, the leader he was, how he shared with people, loved people, took care of his family, took care of our mother. Man, he called me like, hey man, call mama, man. She said you ain't called her. You know, like for real. He's like, hey man, you call mama. She said she ain't heard from you. So I mean, he's just a beautiful, beautiful person. And this is my last thing. And this, as a big brother, man. After the whatever, it was April, May, March, the team just won the A-Sun. And they, played in the, going to the tournament. They were going to the tournament. And the big news here in the city, it was we were the only team in the city that was going to the tournament, KSU. And, I come back and forth through Atlanta, and I get here and I go to, I never forget, I go to Avis to get my rent-a-car, and I give the lady at the desk my ID. And she reads my name and she says, Abdur-Rahim. I said, yes. She said, like the coach? I said, yes, that's my brother. She said, no, you're his brother. And to have your brother, your younger brother, with you, and you trying to teach them and grow up, and they kind of grow up in your shadow, and see them grow to a point where they're leading and they establish themselves. It's nothing better than that. It isn't. So, thank you all for your love for Amir. As he would say, to God be the glory.